A cylindrical tank is 8 feet in diameter and 20 feet tall. How many gallons of paint are needed to paint the tank if 1 gallon covers 200 square feet? First order of business is find out what you are looking for from your green formula chart. LA, SA, or V? What are we looking for in problem 13? The surface area. Yeah, they say you're painting the tank. We're going to assume it's the whole tank because they don't say you're only painting the lateral surface area. So we're going to assume total since they did not specify. So we're going to find the total surface area of a cylinder. So I would start by writing the formula on my paper. So you go straight to your reference materials and you copy down the formula. 2 pi r h plus, it's the longest one on there, right? 2 pi r squared. Is this a real world problem?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to press pi because we're going to need to divide it by 200 and we don't want pi left in our answers. We don't want to go to Home Depot and say, I need 3 divided by pi gallons of paint, please. No. So we're going to want to press the pi button in this real world problem. So all I'm going to do is every time I see R, I'm going to substitute the number 4. And every time I see H, I'm going to substitute the number
40.
The rest is done by the power of your calculator. So type it with me. 2 times the pi button times 4 times 20 plus 2 times the pi button times 4 squared. Literally just typed exactly what was written on the screen. And what do y'all get?
603.1.
Yay, we got the same thing. Okay, I'm going to keep that number in my calculator. And what am I going to do with that number?
Divide by 200.
Love it. Each gallon covers 200. So a lot of times when you hear the word each, that means you are dividing. So we're going to keep the whole decimal in there. We're going to divide it by 200. Oops, and I multiplied it by 200. Awesome. And what do we get?
30.
Here's where I don't love this problem. Uh-oh, it says my internet connection's unstable. Here's the part that I don't love about this problem. You get like 3.0159. In the real world, you would probably buy 3 gallons and just make it stretch, like add oil or water to it if you had to. Come on, that's a big waste. But technically, because this number is greater than 3, we have to answer 4, even though it would be a big waste to buy that 4th gallon. Because it's anything greater than 3, you would need to say 4 gallons. Honestly, you would go buy 3 gallons in a pint or something, right? But if it just says how many gallons, we always round up for a problem like this because we don't want to leave any of our tank unpainted. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're doing 15. So we've got a cube. And we took, what kind of tool makes a cylindrical hole like that? I don't know. A drill would be too tiny. There's a tool that like goes around like that and it makes, anyways, we've got a cube and we have drilled a hole in this cube, a cylindrical hole through this cube. I wish I knew my power tools better. Man, a drill press. That's what Anthony says. Okay. Yay! Okay. Now, the volume is going to be 16 is going to be way easier than 15. Let me just tell you what you're going to do for 16. For 16, you're going to find the volume of the cube. And you're going to subtract the volume of the cylinder, and your life is good. Okay. But 15, when it says find the surface area, we are going to have to take it face by face. Do you know what I mean when I say face by face? The faces of the new figure, the faces. So let's find the easiest ones first. Let's go around this way, okay? So we want to find the area of each face. We are not really consulting our formula chart right now. We are breaking this apart almost into a net, and we're finding the area of each face. Okay, so we do know it's a cube. We love that. What are the sides of the cube? 10. Couldn't be easier. So if we find the lateral surface area of this one, ignoring the shaded, we're not even looking at the shaded, we don't care. So that's 100 for each square, and how many squares are there?
6.
Well, but we're only going around this way because we can't do the top and bottom yet.
4.
4. Okay. So is everyone okay with me writing 400, and I'm representing these 4 faces wrapping around, okay? So done. This part is done. Now let's do the top and the bottom. I feel like a mime. Okay, let's do the top and the bottom. Let's draw the top facing us so we can see what's going on. We need to find the area of that thing. This is a hole. This is emptiness. So how are we going to find the area of this shape?
Find the area of the circle, then minus it.
Area of the square minus area of the circle. Very good. The area of that square is?
100.
100. The area of the circle?
65.
Yay! Pi r squared. R is 4. R is 4 right over here from the problem. And so, believe it or not, the area of that is 100 minus 16 pi. Now, how many faces look like this?
2.
2. So I'm going to come add it to my total. I've done all around. Now I've done the top and the bottom. I'm going to put 200 plus 32 pi. This is a hard problem. You wouldn't see a lot of these on a test or a quiz. It's a good problem, but it's a hard problem.
Minus?
Minus? No, we're just adding up all the surfaces. We already, right here. Yes, minus right here. I'm sorry, yes. Okay, cool. Love it. Thank you. Now it's time to cover the surface you might not have thought about. Surface area means anything you could touch. So if I was holding this in my hands, I could touch the outside, the top, and the bottom. I could put my arm through it, and I could touch the lateral surface area of the cylinder. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Not the total surface area of the cylinder. I would be able to touch the lateral surface area of a cylinder. So I need to add in that inside part. It is on the surface. I can touch it. So we need to find the LA of the cylinder. The formula chart says 2 pi r h. So 2 times pi times 4 times 10, because the height of that cylinder is 10. Are y'all following me, or am I going too fast?
I don't get it.
Trying to look around for something I could show you. I don't have anything that looks like this. But when you are finding surface area, you're adding up every solid, every face that's on the surface. Anything you can touch. I know I've already said that. I sound like a broken record. Anything that you could touch. Ooh, I think I got something. Wait. Okay. So here we go. Cylinder. It's not going to fit. I need a smaller cylinder. Okay. Exhibit A, cube. Okay, I have a cube. It's going to be see-through, so bear with me. And I've got a cylinder. If I drill a hole of this cylinder in the cube, I hope everyone's on the camera. So now my cylinder's in my cube. I'm going to put my cylinder net back in just so it's solid color so you can see. Okay, I've got this cylinder in a cube. Ignore this top. Ignore it. If this was my figure and I was holding it, I want to know every surface I can touch. Now remember, because this has been drilled through, I can stick my hand in here. When I stick my hand through this shape, what am I touching of the cylinder? Of this cylinder, what can I touch? The lateral, not the top, not the bottom, because that's a hole. But I can touch the lateral surface area of this cylinder. It is on the surface. I can touch it. Literally, my hand is inside touching it. You see what I'm saying, Chisholm? So it's on the surface. I know it's a hard problem, but it's a cool problem. Okay.
This one's the best thing for quizzes. Is this going to be on quizzes?
Okay. 400, I'm ignoring you. 400 plus 200 minus 32 pi plus 80 pi. So now we're going to combine like terms. So 600 plus, what's 80 minus 32? 48. 600 plus 48 pi is the final answer.